Hey everybody, welcome back to another CaliFaces video. It's Danielle and I came out to Covina, California today to talk to Lorenzo, who's a former active gang member here in Southern California. But he later changed his life. He became a mentor, a businessman, an entrepreneur. Pretty incredible success story, and here's how he did it.
My name is Lorenzo Melendez and this is my barbershop, Protocol Barbershop, Covina, California.
Are you from Covina?
No, I'm originally from Pomona.
How old were you when you started with gangs?
Probably like 13.
That's young.
Yeah. I had good parents, but I was just out of control. Where my mom lived and where my dad lived, they're two separate sides of town. So I would stay half and half. And when I would go visit my dad, there's people that didn't like me because I was from that side of town. When I would visit my mom, people didn't like me from that side of town. So I had a cousin, and her boyfriend at the time was part of the neighborhood I was from, and they used to help me. I used to get beat up and jumped, and just because of where I lived, so they would help me. So I gravitated towards them, and I was getting jumped in, and it just got to the point to where like I was tired of it, and I became angry, and you know, that was my way of getting back at everybody.
And then did you stay involved for a long time, many years?
Yeah, actually, I really, to this day, I still talk to people from the old neighborhood, but I really stayed active till I was around 39, 40 years old. And I love my homeboys and I love everything, but I wasted a lot of my life. I wasted a lot of time, so now I'm about trying to make up time.
When you say you wasted, what do you mean?
I went to prison for 10 years. So prison is like they put you in a closet and then you just sit there. And when you come out, life went on. Everything evolved. And you come out and you try to play catch up. Then you try to keep yourself from going back into that closet. That's all you can expect. Everybody around you goes to jail. You know, you wake up, you get a phone call that this person went to jail for, you know, this, or they raided his house and they got this. It's a lifestyle of just waiting to get put away. It's a lifestyle of waiting to hear bad news, basically. You know, you get your good moments, you know, when something good happens, like, you know, a baby's born or there's a birthday party, you drink, you have a good time, you party. But for the most part, it's a lot of work to just stay alive and survive, you know.
To stay alive and survive.
Yeah, it's a job. It's a job 24 hours a day. You know, there's people out there that I'm sure they probably look at it as like it's nothing. And it was nothing when I was doing it. But when I lived that lifestyle, every day, everywhere I went, no matter where I was, I had to survive. I had to stay alive. I had to make sure, you know, my head's on a swivel. To this day, I got old habits I live by. You know, I sit somewhere, I make sure I can see the whole room and things of that nature, because if you don't, you'll get got and you'll get killed, you know what I mean?
Just for people who don't know, what were you affiliated with?
Sureños, the Mexican, Southern Mexicans.
And for someone who doesn't know what Sureños is?
It's any Mexicans in Southern California. If you're a part of a gang over here, you're a Sureño, you're a Southern Mexican. So, like, I was from West Side Pomona, and then they have different neighborhoods all over. But once we go to prison, we're all united to one. To the outside eye, it's kind of like weird, but we'll die for each other when we're inside. But out here, we're trying to kill each other. And you know, there's a lot of things that don't make sense, and I see clear now. You know, I'm not knocking what I did at all. I did what I did, but you kind of grow up and you learn different. When I first started this, I just wanted to feed my kids. When I sold drugs, it wasn't because I wanted fancy things, nice cars. It was because I wanted to feed my kids. And I didn't know how to get it other than old things. What people don't understand is it's more than a decision of I want to do it or I don't want to do it. You got people around you. You got the police beating on you. You got the, people telling you you're never going to become nothing. And no matter who you are, that wears on you. It's not what everybody in the movie industry hypes it up to be. It's ugly. In reality, gang life is prison or dead, or basically barely making it. You've never seen gang members that are like rich and stay rich. You've seen dope dealers that make tons of money, but sooner or later they get arrested. These rappers on TV that portray they were this and that, 99% of the time they weren't. There's a few that probably were and made it out and they're great, but for the most part, that's a pipe dream. That's a lie. All you're gonna see is ugliness, and every life is worth more than just to lay there and die for a street corner.
When you had situations where you maybe lost friends or situations with jail, none of that made you want to stop?
Not one bit. If a friend got killed, I wanted revenge. I wanted to find out what happened, who did it, and why. Jail was just a stripe on my shoulder. And that's the thing. Some of these people don't know better. They don't know they're worth more than what they're doing. And that's one thing I figured out, and I'm glad I did, that I know my worth. I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. And then when I finally got, the crack to get through, I went through it. I just had to break old habits, the attitude. I had to learn how to basically deal with people, socialize. Once you break that cycle, you're good. Like you'll find out. You'll find out what life is. You'll figure out what your niche is and where you can get in and have a good life.
How did you get into barbering?
I've been cutting hair like 10 years now, 10, 11 years now. And I've owned the shop for roughly 6.5 years. When I got my shop, I basically stepped away from everything. And I told my homeboys that I need to just run my shop. I don't need to be the same person I was. I can lose everything. Every Christmas we help kids with cancer. We've done it with kids going through chemotherapy. One year we did it for kids in abuse shelters because the mom and the kid had to escape and go to abuse shelter. We did it for just regular kids. Gave out gift cards on Christmas Day for regular kids. I've done enough bad in this world. I'm trying to help. I'm not trying to buy my way into heaven. I'm not trying to do none of that. I'm just trying to give back to the community that I helped tear down years ago. I talked at a youth home and talked about where I was and how I own a business now. And I also tell them that one mistake will change your whole life. So, be careful about the mistakes you make.